Our local housing market just hit a new high. When Minnesota Realtors crunched the numbers in June, they found out that the median sale price of a Twin Cities home in the metro hit $400,000 for the first time ever. And while sellers might be celebrating that news, Kent is here to explain affordability is also dropping to new lows.
Going from an employee to the owner of Lake Street Auto Center 5 years ago took a lot of hard work.
It's a gigantic effort.
But if Santiago Wachamin had to pick the bigger struggle, buying a business or buying his first house last year,
I will say buying the house, especially in the market that we are at now.
According to that June report from Minnesota Realtors, not only did the median sales price surpass the $400,000 threshold for the first time in the Twin Cities metro, the median statewide also set a new record of $370,000.
We have a shortage, and it's not just in the state of Minnesota. I'm seeing that nationally.
Jennifer Livingston is president of the St. Paul Association of Realtors and says even though it was only a matter of time before we hit that benchmark, it's still a big psychological hurdle.
So we get to be a therapist and all the things as a realtor.
Especially now.
Yeah.
And at a time when a key local affordability index also tumbled to a new low, due in part to mortgage rates sitting just below 7%, she's not just concerned about first-time homebuyers staying on the sidelines.
One of the biggest challenges we're seeing right now are the people that are locked into the low interest rates, some 2 to 3.5%, and they don't want to get rid of that interest rate, so they are not selling their home.
Though it sounds bleak, she insists hope and the right home is attainable.
I always tell people, I'm going to hold your hand the entire way. And it always starts with working with a really good loan officer. We're spending a lot more time with them up front before we actually take them out to look at properties.
For example, she says the state's homeownership programs have connected many to state and local down payment assistance and in some cases, forgivable grants.
And then we also have other local banks that are offering a fixed rate mortgage with certain income restrictions at a 5.25%. So if they're not a now buyer, by working with a loan officer now, they can find out, okay, well maybe I'm a 2-year buyer.
Santiago thought that would be the case for his family until his lender helped connect him with a VA loan as a member of the Army National Guard.
It took a lot of sacrifice for us to get the home that we have, and even us, our house, we have to sub-rent part of it to afford it, because otherwise we will not be able.
And he says that's especially true 1 year later.
We can see the prices increasing and people can't afford much anymore. I see my employees, they try to get there, but it just gets really hard.
Santiago couldn't say enough about his realtor and that lender with the VA who saved him more than a full percentage point of interest. It took him, he says, from a 2-year to a 2-month timeline before he found his home in Minnetonka. Jana.
Oof. I mean, it's just tough every way. And he is an example of something I've been seeing trend nationwide with like younger first-time homebuyers buying houses with like friends, like the 4 of them go in on something. That's a normal thing now.
Yeah, it's a smart thing. You know, he said that's what they really did look for, knowing that they could have a rental property built in, one more thing to go through. But again, he said his employees, a lot of them are having trouble trying to get that footing right now.
Yeah, 400,000, that's incredible. Thank you, Kent.